Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome to Flying with Mike. Hey, yeah, it's kind of a little special put together. It was meant for tomorrow, my bad, tomorrow, uh, and for Friday, because I know some of you are it's already tomorrow, and curious how our tomorrow looks. But, I keep forgetting to change. Oh, I didn't change that. Ouch. Hang on a second. How'd I miss that? We'll get that here in a second. Y'all thought I was going to be repeating and flying down in Brazil again. How wrong you are. Do it the easy way. Here we go. Here's today's stream. We are in still release candidate 2 as far as I know. No updates when I fired up today. We are continuing our Amazing Race journey with the actual TV, kind of, sort of, with the actual TV show, being that I don't want to spoil anything that comes out or where they're headed, unless, of course, you all do it yourself. Oh, for a second, I thought I had someone getting ready to taxi by. I was going to start looking. It's overhead. Anyway, so yeah, we're continuing that journey. Great journey, by the way. Even though they are TV reality stars, I still am living through where they're at, what in the places and what they're doing. I mean, it's really amazing to see that. And I'm not trying to take anything away from the show. Don't look for any outtakes or previews or, dare I say, spoilers? No, you're not going to get those here. We're going to stay a leg or two behind them so that you can then see what's going on. So to that, we are headed, actually a little rule kind of infringement here. The last 2 episodes have been where we're headed, but that'll set us up for the next one. So what we're at right now, we're in Budapest, Hungary. We're getting ready to go to, I'm going to hope to goodness I pronounce it right, Dubrovnik in Croatia, one of their larger airports. So, and, okay, this might also be a spoiler. This was the airline shown, and not to say that's what they used. It's one of the, what I'm gathering in this, one of the fewer flights that they are using. So far to this point in the TV show, they went by train. Hey, welcome to Europe. You're going to travel by train. But from Budapest here to Dubrovnik, they flew. So, not sure what's up for the next leg. But, we'll just have to watch and find out. So, for those interested in this show, like I said, I live vicariously through them. It's places I'll never get to. I don't even think I'll even get to Europe in my lifetime. If I do, hallelujah. If I don't, yeah, I'm missing out, I know, from my friends that do live in Europe. But I'm also, it doesn't cut to me. It isn't that important. My would love to go places, but it looks like that's not what the will of the Lord is for me, and that's where I go. Wherever the Lord tells me, I'm headed. So, all right, so let's get this firecracker lit up and head to Dubrovnik. Currently, believe it or not, this late at night, we have ATC. What? Yeah, currently. Now, whether they hang around, that's another story. We'll see, though. Let's get up in the cockpit and start getting this plane ready to go. We are in the Zibo 737-800 and X-Plane 12. This is version 3.0, release 2. So they're getting ready to wrap up 3.0 and get 3.1 going, which looks like a lot of system enhancement stuffs to help our computers out with, I guess, what's coming. Who knows? We'll find out there too. So, but this is the, as I understand, I have the latest version of Zibo out there. I think it's 04. We'll double check. And I hope y'all enjoy. By the way, those of you who think yours might be better on the other side of the fence, you're in for a rude awakening with Zibo. There are many reasons why I love this plane, and the biggest one by far is the dynamics within this plane. This is better than anything from PMDG I ever flew.
Scandinavian 5 Romeo Heavy, turning base and final runway 31 left.
Oh, I think somebody's joining us here. Yeah, this is better. And to top off that cake with a lot of icing, it's free. Didn't break the bank book like many of them do. Yeah, sorry, folks. But anyway, let's get up there and take a look at it. And it comes with a lot of stuff. You have a few things we don't have, and we have things you don't have. Speaking of which is an electronic flight bag sitting right over there. Been here since 2020 when I came over to X-Plane with X-Plane 11. You all just got it in your version not too many months ago. All right, so let's get to work. Before we touch the aircraft checklist, let's get the plane loading. All right. And we need to click load flight plan. And what we'll do right now, hang on a second, kind of rushed here, and when I rush, I usually run into troubles, but I'm so far so good. All right, so let's take a look at it real quick in Sim Toolkit to freshen your mind up. 22,000 pounds of payload, 129,700 pounds of ramp weight when we're done. Sorry, I thought I was reading zero fuel. Oh, it's been a long day, folks. 117,243 for the zero fuel. We're going to throw in 12,453 pounds of go-go. Oh, man, excuse me. It has been a day. So, but 12,453 pounds. Of that 22,000 pounds in payload, 111 of, some of that is by the 111 people flying with us today. 3-1 left is what we're calling landing in Dubrovnik 11. There's the route. Real simple. Tuzla to Ostuk to Netgo. Boom. And then we got SIDS and stars on either end. 36,000 we'll top out at. Cost index sits at 27. And looking behind us, hang on, I think ATC went kapooey. Darn it. We'll see. They may just be taking a break. They may come up. They may not. We'll see. But I can tell you this much. In Europe, the best times to catch ATC if you're in the U.S. or the Americas is, I'm trying to do the quick calculations, from like 1700 Zulu to about 22 Zulu, but really back it up to like 20. That 4 hours, 16 to 2000 Zulu, you're going to catch the most of them up, and then there'll be stragglers either side. All right. So as you can see, there is a little bit of weather out ahead of us. We'll see if the radars pick it up. I'm curious. Weather, speaking of, it's 307, the winds, KVOC, and 11 degrees outside. Now, I have altered time here roughly to my time. And I did that intentionally because it would be, well, I'm sorry, it would be daybreak in the morning there if I brought it to my time. Sorry, correction. 12 hours earlier than my time. So that's what I did. You'll see what I mean. Sun should be coming up here shortly, if it's not already. Dubrovnik, the weather there, winds are 080 at 8. And some clouds to deal with around 3,056. It sounds like we got a couple of people coming in. All right, so as we said, 111 people. Oh, wait, you can't see. 111 people, 117,000 in the. Oh, excuse me, I just ate too, so. 243 pounds and 12,453 pounds. We're loading. Let's activate. And what that just did, if we were in a jetway or in a gate situation, the jetway would come out. Fuel truck will come by. The baggage loaders will show up. Well, let's do a little outside look. Now, out here, you won't hear anything from inside the plane. Wait a minute. I think the ladder's out. All right, so they do.
Budapest traffic Hungary 663 established on the final ILS runway 31 left after the landing of the previous Scandinavian landing runway 31 left.
All right, so we'll hear him probably coming up here in a minute. Now, you can also track back up a page and see what we're doing. However, we're going to press on and get this plane going. And that's all going on automatic, folks. I'm not touching a thing. Okay, those look good, just like it would. The pilot would not be pushing buttons to make that happen. It's all going on like the ballet should be out there. 3 green, EECs are on, electronic engine controllers, reverser lights are not lit, off, and align, got our on DCs, 8 minutes. When it goes to align, go to nav. Why? When it does reach 0 and the alignment's complete, it will then immediately bring it up like you're expecting. It will have been aligned. If you didn't, it might flash, or you won't be able to do some things when you're doing your flight planning. All right, moving on down to the east side. Oh wait, you're not going down, you're going up. Never mind. Got the song all backwards on you, sorry. Let's see, battery, standby power, ground power all on. We wouldn't see any lights if it wasn't. We just started the alignment. And let's see here, cabin and cabin utility, IFE switches on. Equipment coolers are in normal. We'll get to the seatbelt and no smoking here shortly. Okay, working on down. Fuel pumps are off. Trim air on. Recircs auto. Packs auto. Isolation open. And our numbers set in. Okay, and you can see which items are open. Hydraulics, by the way, it's kind of comical when you think about it. Checklist says, okay, engine, hydraulic pumps on. But are they really on? No, they're actually off. They're in the on position, the switches. Why? Because the engines aren't on. Gotta love that little... And we did turn the electric pumps off. Always like that in the checklist. And I think it's there to see if you're thinking about it or if you really cared. All right, let's kick the APU on. Okay, it'll fire up here in a second. Trim air, engine bleeds are on, cruise set, landing altitude set, and we'll turn the seatbelt sign on once we commence board. Well, at some point during the boarding. All right, that gives us just a couple more seconds here. We'll see if the APU spools into position and we can turn it on. So how is everybody's Thursday? I always want to say Friday. Sorry, folks. I know some of you it's already Friday. I get it, but not here in the U.S. at least just yet. All right, just making sure. Yep. All right, so let's get down here and get to work with our friends. All right, that's about as bright as we're going to get it. That's fine. So we're in the okay. New data came out today, October 30 till November 26. So it's your call if you want to update. All right, we are at LH Bravo Papa. Click. You wouldn't get this right here, set IRS position, if you weren't in nav up here. Had that happen too many times here of recent. Okay, let's go to the next page. Today is an even day, so we'll go here, click, click.
How long of a final? How long of a final are you on? Currently 7.5, 3-1 left.
Okay, that's going to be a lengthy discussion. All right. LHBP to LDUU. Request. All right, so we're going to load it, activate it, execute it, clear, clear. All right, so we've got our flight plan in. Let's go to the departure arrival. Planning 3-1 left. With the Dusel to Lima departure appears to be no transition. Let me double check. Where are we? Dusla. Yep, no transition. All right, so we execute. While we're here, we'll go back, go to LDDU. Now, when center was up and they had an ATIS on board at Dubrovnik, 11 was the landing runway Zulus for the approaches. That means we can fly the ILS Zulu, RNAV Zulu, VOR DME Zulu for runway 11. Okay, currently we're set up. Where are we going? Hang on, I'm trying to figure us out here. Oh, okay. I see what they're doing. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I'm going to go ahead and bring it in, let y'all see what I'm doing here, because this is where charts really helps out. If you don't have it, you know, no big deal, but it is very helpful. Here's our route. All right, so let's look at it. Net K 1 hotel. Netco. Okay, but we need to first get an approach. Ooh, we can do that, and right on. Nice, because the one I just looked at, ooh, kind of rough. We'll show it here in a second. All right. So do I want the ILS or do I want the RNAV Zulu? Well, let's take a look at, whoa, there is no D.
Budapest traffic, Scandinavian 5 Romeo, crossing runway 31 left.
Same, okay.
West traffic, Hungarian 663, taxiing to stand Romeo 221 via...
Guess what? The ILS and the RNAV look the same, so we'll just do the ILS. All right, now let's go back here. You'll see why I went, what? Yeah, one Zulu is what threw me off doing all of this. One hotel cuts us right on to final. Good call. All right, ILS Zulu. PLOP, right? Yep. Netka, one hotel, no transition, execute. I am just going to go through here, not on where we can see it up there, but I just want to make sure no discontinuities are in our way. So we're just going to go next page. All right, let me zoom out. OSDuck, NetGo, K2, NetGo to NERA, to 601, to PLOP. Okay, that's all looking good. To INCRA, let's make sure. INCUP 6.5 will be, where's furlough? Oh, I'm looking past. I'm sorry. Final approach fix 6 miles out and then the runway. Perfect. And we're going to be a furlough for the hold. Oh, we hit that. Hang on. We'll go back to legs. And actually, we'll go back to route. Okay, so the route's good. Now, let's go to perf int. Hit request, and all this is going to do in all sincerity is just fill in the blanks that are available. The only one it won't is your reserves. So don't look for anything where you got to accept it or any of that. All it's doing is taking what's loaded. Speaking of what's loaded, we are on the ground power, air. I'm going to go over here real quick. And okay, come back up here, get them loading. All right, now, so you can see 12.4. All of this you would have done like you do normally in PMDG. Click, 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 click. No, here it just fills in. We don't have to click anything. Only thing I want to do is get a good fuel number for my reserves. 6.2. Okay, active, and now we'll click in 1. Now, how you get these numbers is up to you. Me, I do it through SimBrief. And we are looking at takeoff TO2, takeoff temp 50, even though it is nowhere near that outside. And just let it do its thing. It's going to activate the takeoff and select the climb. That all looks good. Now we'll go to takeoff. Click CG. Y'all should be used to that. That's how PMDG works. 8787, that's our current N1. Now, I go to page 2. I know many of you don't, and that's fine. We all have our own levels that we want to live up to. Slope for this runway. Ah, no slope. Okay. So we'll just go U 0.0 diagonal 11. Oh, we're on 3. I'm sorry. I got myself turned around. We're not at Dubrovnik. We're here in Budapest. 307. Again, it's runway slope / runway heading. Some aircraft, it would be what is the component? And we'll get into that when we hit those kinds of planes. Okay, 50, all looks good here. We'll go back to next page. We're doing flaps 5 out of here. And we're looking at numbers of 138, 139, and ultimately 147. Now, why the disparity? When SimBrief generates them, sometimes they'll increase for improved climb limitations. Okay, I'll take it. It isn't hurting anything. Over here, I'll hit legs, go to the center, and we'll get the flight directors on. Why are the lights kind of... Did I miss something? Hang on. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss a switch over here, but man. Well, let's go ahead, brighten it all up. This is a little more dim than I'm used to. I don't know what happened here or what switches I missed. I leaned to that one. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Well, we'll work with it. It's no biggie. Where were we? Okay, finishing it up. Auto throttle off. Okay, we'll set to 150C. Okay, when I do that, we said 307. Now, one thing, just always keep in mind, if you have ATC, I prefaced it that way, always look at what your initial climb clearance is. Because if you get a PDC or a clearance, they may say climb with SID, and then there may be another block where it says 36,000. No, you're not to climb in SID to 36,000, 7,000 on this one. Not all SIDs have an initial climb. When they do, that's where they expect you to climb up to and not through. I've done it twice. They got very upset with me. Okay, that was good. However, we do not have ATC, so I will set it to 36,000. Hopefully, restraints in the way will hold it. Like if you were coming out of the London airports, there are usually limits for substantial distances at certain, levels. And you will, with ATC, hold them until they clear you up. So, just things to, catch on to. I've, like I said, learned the hard way. They both weren't hard on me. They were just like, remember, and I went, you're right. Darn it. And with good controllers, who know how to stay calm and all, they won't give you too much of a hard time. Some of them out there will. So they don't know how to keep their cool. Just like some pilots I know. All right, we're ready. We're just waiting on them. Let's see where we are. 7%. Now, you may hear the flight attendant say, everybody's aboard. No. Check your passengers, because usually she's going to say it a second time. And be listening for the door to close. That's your cue.
Prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all calls.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Good. Your Dolphin flight.
Folks
As you're
from
making
the
your way to
cockpit
your
like
seat,
to
we
welcome
kindly
you on
ask
board.
that you please step into your row and out of
We're
the
ready
aisle
up
as
front.
quickly as
Everybody's
possible.
closed up outside,
All those
and we're just
passengers
waiting
behind you make their way to their seat as
get
well.
some of our performance numbers
traveling with
and
a larger
the clearance
rollable,
from
please
air
push the
traffic
overhead
control, and
bins
we should be
either
underway.
wheels or handles first on
It's our
the higher side of your
pleasure
aircraft.
having you on board with us today. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Should be underway here shortly.
I hate when I do that. Oh well. All right, that's our cue, folks. Let's push back. Let's first take a look outside. All we should have are the cones and the chocks. We have any of those folks that flew in? It does not look so. Oh yeah, we do. There's one. Let me get my bearings. 3-1 left. Okay, cool. We'll just push back, face northward.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, cleared to connect. Face us north, please. All right, looks like as I'm reading this, we're going to go north and then over to. I can't. Is that Alpha? Alpha, and all the way to the runway. Okay, we hope this works the way it looks on the map.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Not so fast. I'm glad I double checked. ACARS was not left running. So bear with us as we await it. Perfect. All right, we are on the map and ready to push.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, packs are off, fuel pumps are on.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right, let's get the number one turning in 1 sec.
Adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over
Tow
your
is
head.
disconnected. Unbypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
If your vest has
And thanks for the pushback. Okay, there's the tug. By the way, it's a free utility with X-Plane, and we got the pins. All right, now go ahead, energize system 2. All right, so engine starts are on. A's on. We'll go to 1 this flight. Probe heaters on. I don't think we need to worry about any ice, but we are now in those seasons. However, we'll get the packs on. Yaw damper on. Isolation valve back to auto. Bleed off. Alright, and EPU turning off. Okay, flaps. Rechecked. We'll see if there's any weather to concern us with. We're off to the races. Budapest traffic, Ryanair 572, taxi to 31 left.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
And if you must know, I chose the spot we were at. I looked at Google, and Google put them there. Guess they don't like Ryanair here. Stuck them way out in the cornfield. Kind of like in the US with Southwest. Okay, since we have people that may taxi out with us, bear with me here. Okay, engine starts, continues. I think we'll be ready at the line. Got one thing I need to do, but that's all I got to do. Okay, I believe we're ready to go. We are flaps 5, my bad. Auto throttle on, VNAV, RNAV set. One last check. Budapest traffic, Ryan 572 departing 31 left, Dusel 1 Alpha. I hope I got it right. Knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate.
400. $1,000.
Okay, we're on our way. Transition level. You know that I did not read. What do we got here? 10,000. And we are on our way to Dubrovnik. Not bad. We're out on time and headed towards our destination airport on this amazing race. Again, retracing this season, I believe 38. We're into where they're moving from one city to another country where they'll pick up more stuff to do there. It's a really cool show. I really like it. And like I said, I live vicariously through them, knowing I'll never see them, and I'm here to tell you they have got some beautiful spots they're going to. So, if you get a chance, I watch the show. It is really a good show. Oh, my throat. All right, so we are on our way. We're through 10,000 feet, so let's get the lights off. And we'll leave everything else as is. It's a 300-mile flight, so enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard.
Thank you to each of you, and welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. Now reach an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, you'll have your pleasure of octane complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eat items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eat items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your enjoyment, HC is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
All right, we're on our way.
Bar. This is in regards to a special meal. Would you please identify yourself to a flight attendant? Passenger Escobar, please.
Tried to get him on every flight. All right, we are through 23,000 for 36. Hope you enjoyed the flight, and we'll just kind of cruise along here. So any questions, comments, love to hear them. I'm actually gonna also think, yeah, we'll bring up Discord. All right, one thing I did forget to mention. I don't think I'm running real world weather. I may be running at a different time, but if I am, there could be some storms right in this area. We'll see. All right, looking at VATSIM radar, that may not happen. So we'll kind of keep an eye out. Yeah, they're showing up here on Sim Toolkit, but not on VATSIM radar. And one last check. Let's use, well, Navigraph kind of, sort of shows them. So, you know, we'll just kind of, you know, see what we see. Okay, now on the first officer side, that's terrain. Captain side is the weather radar. Okay, we'll turn that back to... Okay, well, like I said, we'll see. The funny thing is, if you do watch the show Amazing Race, I think every episode so far they've been in the rain. Granted, this was filmed much earlier in the year, so I don't know how fall is in the areas they've gone. So far, we started in Amsterdam. By the way, it's called a European vacation. So we're not racing around the world like they usually do, just around Europe. So we departed, well, we started in Amsterdam. A couple of days there. Those were pretty interesting challenges and places they had to go. Then it was a train ride to Prague in the Czech Republic. And again, some amazing pictures and places they had to go to from, I think that's where Houdini was, or was that part of Budapest? But anyway, give a little bit of where we're up to give you a little idea of things they do. And then they traveled to Budapest, and each of those three legs, they were in the rain. And now they've gone to okay, I've been doing pretty good. Dubrovnik, sorry. And they've done some challenges down there to and from. We'll see where next week leads to. The show is on Wednesday nights on CBS here in the U.S. I don't know how you can catch it abroad, sorry. But it is really a fascinating show. Imagine, you know, most of, you know, like me, I was a truck driver. I can usually get around wherever I need to get around to. I know how to read a map, but not in different languages. Yeah, and different rules of the roads and so forth. So it does turn into a good challenge. Then the actual challenge. Some physical, some mental. So really a great show. So I highly encourage you to try to check it out. Mad Air 1997, or Matt, gosh, I always get it wrong. My 1997 Air, welcome aboard. How are you? Are you flying for TWA or Pan Am yet? I am doing well, sir. Thank you so much. And thank you for that. Yeah, I didn't know. I have been following what they're doing on their Discord, and I am totally lost where they're at on Level Up. I couldn't tell if they'd actually done and released it. Now I got to figure out how to get a hold of it or what. So, thank you. And thank you, Bad Attitude out there. Wherever you may be hiding, he also mentioned they are working on version 2. So, oh man. All right, well, we're off to Dubrovnik. Over here in Yup, in Croatia. Boy, I just can't talk today. Croatia. There we go. Currently about 30 minutes out, folks. Again, another short flight. I know, little, for those of you who do watch the show or have seen us flying these flights before, these aren't really short form. Last season, we went from places like Thailand to Dubai, or Osaka to Bali. I mean, just great long haul runs, but oh man. So to fly short is kind of fun, and to make some people out there happy in a Boeing. See, I chose the bus because it's the closest thing to a train. A bus. A long bus. Many buses connected together. All right, we're making the turn here at Ostuk and headed for the coastline. Let's go ahead. First off, let me see how much time we have here. We got about 90 miles. I'm going to bring in charts again so we can all relive that. All right, so you can see where we are. Now, I do have the weather turned on, so right here, yes, that is. Could be rain. And if we were to drop into the clouds, who knows? Could be raining. Could be raining above them. Most flight sims do that too. But anyway, so we're headed down here to Dubrovnik. You can see it looks like a pretty simple approach. Okay, we are on the Netco 1 hotel. All right, and for those curious, we're just going Netco to Nera. We got to be 230 knots, 12,000 feet. I think below. We better look at the chart. Yep, below 12,230. So probably 10,000-ish. Then we're headed to 601. Let's see what 601 leads. Then to Pilip at or above 5,000. I'm going to aim for 5,000. Okay, and just so I'm not bouncing y'all around. Okay, important information can be found over here on the right, especially the one you really want to watch for, especially if you're outside a center and you're going to enter the center in an approach. make sure that you don't see any verbiage in there saying for turboprop only. For turbojet only if you're in a Dash 8 ATR. Because they will change you. And sometimes it'll tell you expect this, sometimes it won't. So now you have to go figure out, oh crap. Because SimBrief does not care, does not pick usually the right one. Our case, we're good. However, there is something in here. No, disregard. I thought I was seeing something about using the Zulu approaches, like we will be. So, anyway, always give it a quick look. Make sure you don't see turbojet or turboprop. Then head over to ILS. Now, if you're real world, you're going to dive deeper into these charts than I am. Okay, across tops the frequencies we can expect on the ILS Zulu or localizer Zulu to runway 11. There's our ILS frequency 110.1. Final approach from Incup in, actually from Pillup in, but anyway, 114 degrees, 114. At 6.5 from the localizer IDU. Got to pay attention to which one they're referencing. 2,600 feet or on the glide slope. We'll get the decision altitudes. The airport is, or the runway we're landing on, 519 feet above sea level. And if you watch the show, you'll see. You get that old world feel here. It was really a great episode here in Dubrovnik. I really liked it. And there's our course. Here's our altitude restrictions. One nice thing Europe throws in is this in case glide slopes out charting from the 6 mile out, what altitudes to kind of gauge in your descent. Also, most charts have this also to help you out from your final approach fix, which is usually denoted with the treasure chest or up here, okay, from there to your missed approach point, which at this point is looks like 8.8 from IDU. So it gives you an idea. We'll probably be in the 140-ish area, so about 700, 740 area for if we didn't have the glide slope. If we kept our vertical descent at that, we would make it no problem to the runway. All right, as promised, minimums. For our aircraft, we're a performance C aircraft based off our reference speeds, 202 above the ground, 721 on the Barrow side. We also have to have at least 550 meters if we plan to use the autopilot, the flight director, or the HUD, which we have all three of those. Okay, and there's your approach. Once we're on the ground, we'll figure that out then, but I am going to go ahead and pull up the chart, save it, that way it's a quick look. We'll do a quick look right now. You know, I know the way they treat Ryanair. Let's head for like 15, 16 down here. All right, we're getting close to top of descent. Couple of things we can do right now. Fuel and balance, our performance. By the way, we're landing on a 10,600-ish foot runway. It's 3 feet short of that. So flaps 30 is definitely called for. Runway 11. Dry wind currently. Hang on a second, folks. Have a phone call I have to take. Helps to unmute too. My apologies. Very important phone call. Been waiting for all day. Couldn't really take it to work. Where I live, AT&T and the internet and the phones are just worthless. So I had to wait to get under our Wi-Fi, and even then the phone can be worthless. So, but anyway, what happened over the weekend, this past weekend, my mom took a spill. She is obviously up there in her years, broke her nose, and there's some other complications involved with it that I'm not going to get into here, but she is in a facility for physical therapy and rehabbing to be able to go back and be able to be back on her own. There are some issues with that. So I live about 800, 900, 1,000 miles away. So when I get phone calls from my sister, that kind of has to take priority, especially at this juncture. And I'm on a hair trigger. I could be asked to come out and help. The sad thing is, when you live that far away, the airlines, especially with all the shutdowns and troubles already in the ATC, throw a government shutdown on top of it. Yeah, I'll drive. I'll just plan on driving. So, but anyway, my mom is okay, just disappointed in some of, what's going on, which everyone would be. So, but anyway, my apologies to you all. I had to take that break, and I apologize. I hope y'all can come back, watch the landing here on this amazing race continuation, and I also, more importantly, hope and pray that if you are the kind that prays, that you could add her to your thoughts and prayers. That'd be much appreciated. All right, so let's get set up for landing here.
Thousand to go.
Looks like 138 VREF. All right, one thing we still need to, wait a minute, I got one other thing needs to be done. Oops. Okay, NERA at or below 12,000. We need to be at or above 5,000. So guess what? We're going to continue. All right. And are we at 230? No, we are not. That's a maximum, so I'm slowing us to 226. Speed brakes out. Okay. Let's get down here, set this ILS up. We said 110.1. And they are 15.4. Okay, so we got everything lined out here. Final approach course 114. Okay, and we are now ready for that the descent. Barometric pressure here, 1019. All right. I was kind of playing a timing issue, and I thought I'd have another 45 minutes to an hour before that call. So, my apologies to y'all. Thank you so much in advance. If you are a praying person, she could definitely use your prayers. So could my sister, my father, and an uncle I have nearby. So all could use your prayers helping out in this. And I keep telling them I'm able to pop out of here if I have to. All right. Welcome back, Matt, 1997. Thank you, sir, for hanging in there. We sure appreciate you. I am going to go a little steeper. And I kind of planned this right. We're going to be landing into the sun. Oh, jeez. Sunglasses aren't helping. Not on this flight. Everything's okay there, Matt. I do appreciate it. Yeah, my mom, real quick, took a fall over the past weekend. She's been in and out of the hospital. Now she's in a physical therapy rehab place where they're making sure she's okay on her own. There were some other complications, and it looks like she gets to stay there an extra week where some things can be set up so that she can go home. Hopefully, everything is indeed going well. But thank you. Okay, we're on the localizer. Dubrovnik traffic. Ryan 572, about a 21-mile final for runway 11. And you can see why some of the scenes in the show, The Amazing Race, if you look at our terrain radar on the first officer side, some pretty steep hills there. I mean, it was just beautiful there. Okay, we'll get that set. Let's go. Okay, we're coming in 11. Well, if we get lucky, we'll come off at Charlie, if not Echo. Well, we could come off Delta. We'll see how that looks. Ooh, that sun is right in the eyeballs. Sunshade, any sunshades? Now that's pretty useless. All right, we are now just about 15 miles out. ink up is 7, 8, about 11 miles. So we're just about, here comes the glide slope. Definitely don't see the runway yet with that sun in our eyes. Looks like wind is 080 at 7. I may have used the HUD. Well, let me help you out there. Can't see what I'm looking for on it. I got the runway, I think. We'll keep coming in. Yeah, I've got the runway. Yeah, I don't use it enough. Let me look up there real quick. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm just gonna go without it. One of these days I'll get back in and use it again. It just, yeah, you got to put it into manual. I mean, we'll see it here soon. Or I'll just throw it on auto land. But I do need some more flaps. Maybe some landing gear. Dubrovnik traffic, Ryan 572, 6 mile final, runway 11. Now, if I had, now, I had flown this real world time, this wouldn't be an issue. So, strikes are all on me. Okay, now I lost the runway. Okay, get back to it. Hey, I do have the runway. Now I know where it is. I was looking at the wrong spot. And I just for some reason prefer without. Okay, I've got the throttle and
500.
Sorry, folks. Feels like it's a little loose.
400, 300, 200.
Think rate. Think rate.
100. $50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
Oh, that's not going to be good. Knots. Not a good landing. Boy, that is a pretty scene. Kind of reminiscent of Innsbruck, except there'd be mountains on this side too, where we're taxiing to. I thought I turned those on. Dang it. Oh, I turned them off. Didn't turn them on. And Dubrovnik traffic, Ryan 572 off to the terminal. Horrible landing. Welcome to Dubrovnik. Croatia. What a pretty scenes they showed there of it. All right, now, in our version of the Amazing Race, should we be nice to the contestants and make them go through a jetway? Or get on a bus? Yeah, I'm with you, bus. Oh, but we're going to even be one step meaner. We'll park right next to it. Okay, let's double check. APU's on. Let's get the gens on. Okay, trim set. Just making sure. Oh, you know the things we did turn off? Okay. Penalty list. Oh well, sometimes it's fun to read through them. All right, welcome again to Dubrovnik. Hey, this was a fun flight, even though we had that phone call. What did I do that for? There we go. All right, so they're getting the cargo off. Here comes the door. The buses will be here shortly. All right, usually they have a ladder, but I don't know of what they're doing here. But anyway, let's take a look at this flight, shall we? All right, so down to, well, first off, let's check the airline. And it was filed. "252 feet a minute." I have no idea which bounce, which horrible bounce they followed. Hang on. Oh. There we go. Now things will get going. Okay, so let's get Elevatech in here. Take a look at what they scored us at. Again, a nice run. Let's first complete it. Oh, there are some airports down here I'd like to fly to. Wow. All right, so we landed 236. Again, I don't know, but 1.78 Gs. That's a little rough on the plane. 123 knots, really slow. Let's zoom down, get an idea. Pretty sure we were either out of the, we're in the landing zone, but barely. I'm going to put us at 2,300 feet. Here's my guess, because Sim Toolkit will hopefully tell us. Roughly 2,300 feet down the runway, and I'm going to say 20 to 30 feet off the center line to the right. That's my guess. By the way, we are, let's see. Right there. I don't think there's a real parking spot there. Oops. All right. I don't know why the buses haven't showed up. We'll have to go investigate. Huh. Interesting. Oh, well, I'm not too overly concerned. Well, you know what I can do? All right, even though the ladders aren't there, they're not even showing on this one. Huh. Wonder if I'm actually in a spot. Okay, so here we go. Our good old friend Sim Toolkit. Harder than, oh yeah, it can be real brutal. And it should be. That landing was brutal. All right. Here we are up here. Okay, it was an hour and 11 minutes, just shy of 300 miles, 2,350 kilograms of fuel, 1.75, 122. Those numbers match up with everybody. However, they got us at 481 feet a minute. I believe that more than them. Because that was a rough landing. That wing dip right there really. But 2,211 feet. Ah, they only got us at 10 feet off. Okay. Little nicer there on the how far off the center line. But, you know. So 3 degrees. There's that part right there. Roll 12. Ugh. And 122 got slow. And that's what caused that 481 and 1.7. Oh well, you know, we can't always nail them. We want to, but we can't always. So, but folks, I hope you enjoyed. It's been a fun flight in the free Zibo. As I told you, it's you guys that paid a lot of money for PMDG. I hope there's a lot of bang for that buck somewhere in there. Yeah, I don't think we're in a parking spot. I think that's where my problem is. Because I don't have any of the chalk marks. Huh. Wonder why it's there then. Interesting. Well, hey, I've never been. Oh, there's our bus right there. Why'd you not come out? What? But yeah, if you get a chance, watch the amazing race, folks. The time in Croatia was just spectacular. Both locations they went to, just amazing. Check them out. Great challenges they had to do. Just amazing. It's why they call it the amazing race. Simply amazing. This side of Croatia, which is actually, hang on, I actually saw it. Was it on the map? Where did I see it? Oh, here it is. Bosnia, Herzegovina, probably the mountains or just on the other side. And then you got Croatia here. So, oh, just spectacular. Like I said, this is one place I know I probably never will see. And it's just kind of nice to watch it through them. So I really do recommend it. You all have a fantastic rest of your night, morning, lunch, depending where you are in the world. And we will attempt to put a short flight in later on Friday. It is Friday after Zulu time. So we will try. Won't be able to go to Bermuda, sorry. Just, I don't think with what we have planned today or Friday that we have time to do a 3 to 4 hour flight. So, and not fair to the grandkids. That's what we're going for, to see them dressed up. So, and of course, I'm taking all their candy. Hey, that's what flying with Mike is all about. So, I hope you all have a fantastic, those of you that know about Halloween, hope you have a happy Halloween. We will see you tomorrow. And hope you all enjoy. God bless. We'll see you then.